How was your Sunday? Full jam packed, huh?
Fully packed, sir.
Yes, sir.
You all wrote your exam, mock exam?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. One second. All right. Yeah, videos on quickly. Yeah, everybody. Video should be on. Normal class. I don't know why the strength is less actually. Strength ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. All right. So this is the first. So which exam first before I start ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾವ exam ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀಗ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು?
Law.
No.
Law. Oh, nice. How was it? Good?
Pretty
Huh?
good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, That means so evaluation session?
No, sir. This is something like a weekly test tarane. Just the marks is for 50 marks. Amele they would be sharing the
Allah, we are
answer.
not doing valuation, but are you getting the value
Yes, sir. Yes,
values?
sir. Answer ki kalistidare, so we'll be valuing by
Evaluating on
checking.
you.
Yes.
Okay. So that you guys have not yet done. You be strict when it comes to valuation. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? Liberal ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಡಿ. I'm serious. So ICI will be strict. You be strict. All right. ICI final exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ it'll be lenient than you guys. ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಷಯ. But ಈಗ ನೀವು you have to be strict, right? Because unnecessary you have to understand what the examiner is expecting, what the examination committee is expecting from you. Okay. Accordingly, you should do. For after each examination, they would have given comments for each chapter, for each subject. ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಫಾರ್ ಈಚ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನರ್ಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು ವೇರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓಕೆ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸೊ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ costing R2E session, wonderful session that has started, I think, a couple of years back, right? And it's going very well. Where we are doing these revision sessions in between. Otherwise, during my time, we were having the revision sessions only at the end. So audio disturbance, yeah, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So during my this thing, no, when I was a student, we used to have a revision only during the your R2R what you used to have, not one day before the exam, but the R2C session should have, and that too not detailed. First of all, R2C is so detailed nowadays, and on top of that, now we have also included R2E sessions. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? Because you guys are not reading. Correct? No. At least from today. Sir, today till now I have not read, sir, anything. Nothing I have read, sir. Okay, at least from today, wake up and start reading. It's still not late. It is still not too late if you start from today. I'm serious. It is still not too late if you start from today. Sir, scratch in the I want to start, you can start. You can start costing right from today. Still, you will be able to score exemption and 70 plus 80 plus easily in this paper. Okay. Costing syllabus is reasonably easy now, much easier, right? The portions have reduced drastically when compared to what it was earlier, right? Only complaint of the students is, sir, I'm not able to complete the paper. I'm not able to complete the paper. I'm not able to complete the paper, right? About the difficulty or toughness, we don't have a lot of complaint. We don't have a lot of complaint. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ದ ಪೇಪರ್ how I can do that? Practice. That is one. Second, sticking to time, right? So we will be giving you, right, how much time you need to spend for analyzing which question to reject, right? The first step what you have to understand is which question you have to reject. That's the first thing you have to understand, right? Once that is done, and then the order in which you're supposed to write, the order in which you're supposed to write. Anyway, Shetty sir also will be giving you detailed, inputs on all of this. But your order should always be in such a way that you give your best question first. You should score the maximum marks from the first question you write. ಈಗ those who have written the mock exam of the Jan 26 mock exam who have written and who attended my mock valuation, they would have seen the analysis that I given. Correct or not? All that now you have to understand. So it is good that you have already done. Yes, sir, only one or two chapters I had learned, but still I wrote the paper. But you are learning as to how to write an examination paper. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So till now I would have always focused only on concept. Now focus is on exam. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ನೋ, ಬಟ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟೆಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಮೆ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್, ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಗ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ನೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಗ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾವು. Got it? So change the gear now, right? Where you're supposed to focus on concepts, I have done that. Now focus on examination. Understand what are the different types of sums that come from each chapter. Categorize the sums. See, now this is the biggest mistake that all of them do. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸೇ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿಲ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್, ಆಲ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನಿಸ್ಟ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್, ದೇ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಬಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನಿಸ್ಟ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಫ್ರೀ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. ದೇ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಬೈ ದ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ 60% ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್, 40% ಓದೋಕೆ ಟೈಮೇ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್. So what you should do, categorize each chapter into the type of sums that are there, right? Type of sums. Anyway, I will be giving you all of that. Okay. Alliga, when you categorize the type of sums, each category only one sum you should compulsory solve. End to end. I'm not talking one sum per chapter, appa. Chapter only category do one sum compulsory you should solve end to end. Clear? Then for that category, all similar problems will be there. 99% adjustments will be same. Just that 1% the adjustment, new adjustment is there. Make a note of that, and then that itself becomes a beautiful, notes for you. Did you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, sir.
So you have got your important adjustment book, am I right? Now you should make it more refined from an examination perspective. How? Right? Those who follow this will be able to revise 100% of the syllabus. People say that sir 100% chance ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 100% you can do 100% of the syllabus. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಆ important adjustments notebook is there, right? In that, once you have identified what are the categories, again you reclass for each category. You write, okay, this is the problem I will solve. These are the important adjustments for this category. Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell here? It will be a beautiful notes. It will be a beautiful notes if you do this. And that 1.5 days will go so smooth, I'm telling you. You will not have any tension and have so much of confidence that you will go with the confidence, yes, I can score 100 on 100. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ there is a lot of effort that goes into now, right? That goes into now. Did you understand what I'm trying to tell? Right? So rather than solving 1,000 problems, right, of one chapter and not doing, say, even 2-3 problems of another chapter, that is a blunder that you'll be doing. Right? Say, for example, standard costing, you perceive it to be standard. Do not skip that chapter. There are, if you check the question paper, easy problems get picked from that chapter. Easy problems where concept also is not applied, just formulas are applied. Are you understanding? Just formulas are applied. By following Shetty's method, easily out of what you can score. Yes, there might be 1 or 2 standard topics or standard questions in that chapter. Because you fear those questions, don't skip the chapter. No. Ensure that you have done the simple problems at least, or the average problems at least. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So planning is important, and then obviously execution also. Don't just keep reading. So you would have planned, okay, I need to do so many hours for this chapter, plan ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು. Okay. But that planning is of no use. You should go in depth. This chapter, what are the categories? I need to do minimum these things in each of the categories. That should be the first plan. That what is happening? You are touching upon all the type of problems. You're solving all the type of problems. Only thing is, repeated problems you're skipping, or you will be solving only the important adjustments. Got it? What I'm saying? Everybody understood this? So this is the first thing that you need to identify. Each chapter, what are the different type of problems? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Everybody, is this clear to all of you? Yes. Second, one is coverage of the syllabus. Second is ensuring that you are able to write the paper, right? Complete the paper 100 on 100. 100 marks at least you should write. That at least, that is what I'm saying. 100 marks you have to aim to write. Minimum to minimum at least 95 marks. Atara ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. Many of them, some of the students, sir, I knew 100 marks, sir. 100 ಅಲ್ಲ, okay, at least 95 marks. I knew, sir, 100% I knew all the answers, sir, but I wrote for 70 marks and came. What is the point? What is the point of you having the knowledge and not able to reproduce on the paper, right? So second is about practicing to ensure that you're able to write for 100 marks. It's very important. Clear? Second. Third, accuracy extremely important. Accuracy extremely important in costing. It's not like accounts. Accounts study balance sheet doesn't tally, still you can get 95 on 100 because the working notes. Here, accuracy is important. Almost 50% weightage is for accuracy for you to get the final answer right. Do you understand? Almost 50% weightage will be for getting the final answer right, right? And since all the steps are interconnected, right? See, accounts ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, see a liability item, you might have a different working note for liabilities, different working note for assets, different working note for P&L. I'm just saying, right? So you will get marks for P&L, you will get marks for liabilities, you will get marks for assets. Say assets 1 or 2 went wrong, balance sheet will go wrong, but still you will end up scoring at least 70% of the marks because you've got those working notes right. Costing ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, if one thing goes wrong, for example it's a material costing chapter ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, in that you have EOQ. Did you understand? From EOQ only you would have derived, based on that order quantity itself you would have done what is the order, total ordering cost, what is the carrying cost, what is the number of orders to be placed. Are you understanding? The first step goes wrong, everything goes wrong, right? Everything goes wrong. So accuracy is important. Having said that, there will be students, what they will do, accuracy is important, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಸತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಮಾಡದೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಐಲ್ ಡೂ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಸಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫೇತ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸ್, have faith in the practice. So what you should do when you are practice, when you practice so many times, no, then you have faith in yourself that in the examination it will be right. Did you understand? ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಬೇಡಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಅದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಡೂ ದಟ್, come and verify your answers. You got it? Don't do that when you're solving the problem. And once you have those time limits, that each question, this is the time limit, you should ensure that you're doing it within that time. Agilla andre sir ello stuck ade, bitpidi, leave that and go to the next one. Got it? So this is general, I wanted to ensure that you have this examination approach. Anyway, in R2C we'll discuss again all of this, but have this mindset from today itself. From today itself you should have this mindset as to how to approach costing paper. Clear, all of you? Yes. All right, very quickly open your notes and write down quick. Are you keeping a separate notes for revision? Yes. Suggested, don't include it in your class notes somewhere, it'll get lost. Okay, suggested, have a separate notes for revision. Yeah, write down costing R2E, put today's date and that first point. We have to cover 100% of the syllabus. We have to cover 100% of the syllabus. How? Question mark, how? Right? It doesn't seem realistic. How, sir? How can I solve everything? How? Right? How ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ number one, identify different category problems, different category / type of problems for each chapter. Identify different category or type of problems for each chapter. For each chapter, below that, for each category, solve one comprehensive problem, solve one minimum one, ನೀವು ಒಂದೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಬೇಡಿ, solve minimum one comprehensive problem, next make notes for important adjustments under each category. Make notes for important adjustments under each category. Important notes under each category. Next. And next point. Your important, what will you write there? Important adjustments notebook. Important adjustments notebook. Presently is not category wise. Presently is not category wise. I shall note down the category. I shall note down the category for each adjustments. I shall note down the category for each adjustment. Right? And give reference in revision notes. And give reference in revision notes. Got it? And give reference in revision notes. So you should know, okay, material chapter is there. In that, what are the different type of categories? For example, you have EOQ as one type of category. You have batch quantity as another type of category. You have reorder levels, your stock levels as another type of category. Artha ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Yes. You have your tubes problem, right? So that is probability related one problem. So what are the different type of category? ABC control, right? 70 20 10 analysis problem, that is one category. See, this is the thing. Now what you will do, no, then your stores ledger as one type of category. Did you all understand? So these are all the different types of categories which you note down. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು? You will only do, there is no point of doing only OQ problems, no, right? EOQ problem, there will be one comprehensive concept type problem that you do entirely. So ಇವಾಗ EOQ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ don't do the simple ones. Do the comprehensive one now. When you are doing revision, do the comprehensive one where they would have given you purchase rate. They would have given you, find out what is the discount percentage, right? And then you have to find out what is the total, total purchase value, including ordering cost and carrying cost, compare the two, and then identify what the discount percentage should be. Do you understand? This type of problem we should do. Okay, anyway, when we're discussing chapter by chapter, that time also I will touch upon this point. Clear? So this is about covering 100% of the syllabus. Next point. Next point. I shall aim to attempt for 100 marks. 100 marks. I shall aim to attempt for 100 marks. 100 marks. Then how? 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 Write down number one. Follow the preferred order of questions. Preferred order of questions and time limit. And time limit. ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ we will be discussing this. Clear? Either me or Shetty sir, one of them, will be sharing this as to what is the preferred order. Right? Next point. Stick to the time limit for each question. Stick to the time limit for each question. Stick to the time limit for each question. Next point. Stick to the time limit for each question. Okay? Next. If I get stuck, if I get stuck, if I get stuck, I shall not waste more than 2 minutes. I shall not waste more than 2 minutes and move to the next question. And move to the next question. I shall not waste more than 2 minutes and move to the next question. Right? Full stop. After some time, I shall come back. After some time, I shall come back. After some time, I shall come back. Trust me, at that time, you'll get the answer. I'm talking about those people who are prepared. Sir, I've not read that chapter, then you'll never get it, no matter how many times you come back. That I cannot solve. If you have prepared well, you have done that problem, but ಆದ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is just that mental block examination pressure ಇಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. You just change your thought process, go to another type of problem, solve that, and then afterwards, if when you come back, you'll be able to solve rather than unnecessarily wasting time there doing the same thing again and again. Clear, all of you? Yes. Right. So these are small things what you have to take. Next, question paper pattern. Question paper pattern. Right. Ali, 2 arrow marks. Left hand side, MCQs. 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 Ali kuda under MCQ you can write normally 2 to 3 case studies, right? Plus independent questions. 2 to 3 case studies plus independent questions, right? The third case study could be for 5 marks. Okay, could be for 5 marks. Otherwise, it is normally 10 marks each case study, right? 10 marks each case study, and then independent questions of 2 marks each. Independent questions of 2 marks each. So, case study of 10 marks each, right? That is 10 into 2, Barkodi. Case study 10 into 2, 20. Independent questions 5 into 2, 10. 5 into 2, 10. Clear? Total 30. Descriptive. 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 Ali 70 marks. 70 marks. Ali 3 arrow marks. 3 arrow marks. First arrow mark. Question 1. Question 1. Compulsory. Question 1. Compulsory. 5 plus 5 plus 4. 5 plus 5 plus 4. 5 plus 5 plus 4. 14 marks. Clear? Third arrow mark. Question 6. Third arrow mark. Question 6. Ali 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 plus open bracket plus open bracket 2 plus 2 plus 2 or 2 ಹಂಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ 2 plus 2 or 2 ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 2 plus 2 or 2 clear that is theory question 6 normally theory ಅದು ಕೂಡ 14 marks. Are you writing? Don't just look at the screen.
Yes.
Yes, 14 marks. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ that is second arrow mark ಅಲ್ಲಿ you write small arrow marks, that is 2 3 4 5. Question 2 3 4 5. 14 marks. 14 marks. 14 marks each. 14 marks each. It could be 7 plus 7 or 8 plus 6 or 8 plus 6 or 8 plus 4 plus 2. Could be anything. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? 8 plus 4 plus 2 ಆ 2ಗೆ ರೈಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ. Sometimes 2 mark theory questions they ask. Got it? So there's a possibility of theory questions coming. Minimum 14 marks ಅಂತೂ question 6 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Another 2 marks too can come in between this 2 3 4 and 5. Did you get it? Did you get it? Question 6 suggested to compulsory write. Suggested to compulsory write. Question 6 theory. Even though it is optional, suggested to compulsory write to complete the paper. To complete, because it will help you quickly write it. Did you understand? You can 100 marks cover ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ theory helps you a lot. Therefore, I need to spend dedicated time. Very really. Therefore, I need to spend dedicated time for theory. I need to spend a dedicated time for theory. Got it? Dedicated time you have to spend theory. All the recent examination, RTPs, MTPs, theory questions compulsory you cover. Plus CAPS material you cover, more than enough. CAPS material, recent RTP, MTP and examination question, theory questions you do. Recent andre last four examinations, right? And your revision material, CAPS material, right? And revision material normally would have covered your recent examination questions. Got it? A revision material and CAPS material more or less would help you to cover the theory questions. Clear, all of you? Everyone.
Yes.
Do not, again, one of the blunders that students do is not preparing for theory. Right? You have to prepare, dedicatedly prepare for theory. Understood? Strategically to score 14 on 14, that way you have to prepare. Artha aita.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is about the approach. Now let us just go through one question paper first, which is there in your revision material. After that, we can start preparing for the exam. Chapters one by one. Yeah, look at this. So MCQs, right? Case scenario one. First case scenario. Look at this. So MCQs 1 to 5 for 10 marks, that is 2 marks each. What is the direct employee labor cost? Then what is prime cost, factory cost? It is a cost sheet problem. Yes, cost of goods sold and the amount of profit. Okay. Then case scenario 2. Right? Cost of production, total cost as absorption costing. What is the amount of variable cost? Contribution per unit earned at the estimated level of sales. Break even sales in rupees. So your marginal costing problem. Cost accountant of AQ Limited has provided the following information. So material price variance. Can you see this? So two case scenarios done. Now independent questions have started. Independent question. This is standard costing, 2 marks, right? Then again 2 marks, 2 marks. See, 2 marks. All of these are independent questions. 5 independent questions. Artha aita. This is for 30 marks. Then part 2 descriptive. Ali descriptive anta ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು 70 marks ಗೆ?
Yes.
Have you written
Yes, sir.
descriptive? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Question number 1 is compulsory. Any 4 questions of the remaining 5 questions. Yes, working note should form part of the answer always. Right? Question 1, if you can see 5 marks. Can you see this? Yes. Calculate the selling price per desk in the month of June when the monthly output is 4,000 units. This is I think, budget related. Okay. Next, Ajay and Vijay. So, wages, bonus payment plan, Halsey and Rowan, employee cost problem. Yes, 5 marks. Next, variances. Look at this. If you skip standard costing, gone. 4 marks here. Right? 5 plus 5 plus 4. Artha aita. This is your question 1. Then, question 2. Right? The toll operating and maintenance cost. Remember toll plaza
Toll
problem?
plaza.
Toll plaza problem. Look at this. In the last examination, it has come for 10 marks. 10 marks. Service costing. Next. Department S1, S2. 4 marks. 4 marks. Very simple. Distribution of overheads. Right? Next. I think this is your ABC problem. Activity, cost driver. Yes. 8 marks. ABC. Right? Then you have your maximum capacity. Find out determine the optimum product mix, maximum capacity, your marginal costing problem. Marginal costing problem. Can you identify? Remember this optimum product mix considering material as the limiting factor. ಅವರೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆಲ್ಲ. Look at the standard of questions what we do in the class and what is here. They have only given, right, what is the limiting factor, everything. Straightforward question, no special adjustment at all in this. You can score 6 on 6 in this. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? Yes, look at the level of paper, right? It is very easy paper, don't you think? Right? We have done more complicated problems in the class. Right? SVS Limited manufactures single product AI, AL, the company has estimated its quarter-wise sales. This should be budget mostly. Prepare a quarter-wise production budget. Okay, I will anyway teach you. Right, we have not yet done. Look at this. So I told you it could be any combinations. Here it is 9 plus 5. Already 9 plus 5 hakpidi. Where in your notes now you can put 9 plus 5 also. Right? Production budgets. Then your cost accounting system for 5 marks. Journal entries. Simple. Cakewalk. Rank the materials. ABC selective control. After a long time they've asked this. So again, they may not ask it quickly again. Chilo. ABC control. Question 8 marks. Did you understand? ABC control 8 marks. Then 3 marks. I told you this, right? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 8 plus 4 plus 2. It is 8 plus 3 plus 3 here. Okay, 8 plus 3 plus 3. Third mark will be again here. This is so called theory question, but it's actually practical. They're asking you calculation of amount formula. ಅದೇನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ. Okay. Then don't exact problem done in the class, all of you. 50,000 and above, 15,000. Are you able to recall this problem? What is done in the class? Same thing asked in the exam. Don't you think it's easy? Yes? Find responsibility center and discuss the types of responsibility centers. List the advantages of job costing. Okay. Then list the important factors which need consideration for controlling employee cost. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ 5 plus 5 plus 4 or 4 ಹಾಕಬೇಕು 2 plus 2 2 or 2 ಅಲ್ಲ what have I given there
5
question
plus
6
5 plus brackets open ಮಾಡಿ 2 plus 2 or 2
ಅಲ್ಲ 5 plus 5 5 plus 5 plus 4 or 4 5 plus 5 plus 4 or 4 sorry 5 plus 5 plus 4 or 4. Discuss the use of bill of material in the following departments. This is there in your revision material, in your caps material, everywhere. How bill of material is used by marketing, purchase department, production department, stores department, costing and accounts department for 4 marks. Okay. And I've discussed this multiple times. Easy theory questions, right? So if a question paper comes like this, nothing like it, right? Yes. So I hope you got an idea of the entire paper. Okay. All right, so with that, let us start with our first chapter. Andre, what I teach, that is material. Sit straight, all of you. Material control is the function of ensuring sufficient goods are retained in stock to meet all requirements without carrying unnecessarily large stock. Material control is the function of ensuring sufficient goods are retained in stock to meet all requirements without carrying unnecessarily large stock. This is linked to my twin or two important objectives of material control, that is no overstocking and no understocking. Clear? Yes. So based on this, we had learned the entire procure to pay cycle, which from an examination perspective is not 100 very 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 important. It is, I'm not saying it is not important, but not very very important. Adana nee go through ಮಾಡಿ the entire cycle of procure to pay. Clear? All of you go through that. What is very important is the fixation of stock levels. Sit straight. Almost every other examination, a question comes from fixation of stock levels, right? EOQ question, fixation of stock level, frequently asked. What are the different stock levels? Always start with the reorder level. Sit straight. The logic and all of that I'm not going to explain. It is very in detail explained during the classes. Now let us focus on the formulas. What is required for examination? Reorder level. Maximum into maximum. There are two things that you need to remember. C and P. C is the consumption rate. P is the reorder period. The rate at which the goods are consumed is C. Pre-order period is the time taken for the goods to arrive once the order is placed. Clear, all of you? Therefore, reorder level with the assumption of being extremely conservative, right? We assume that it takes maximum period, and during this period, maximum consumption will happen. Therefore, we must ensure that the stock level should be at least maximum C into maximum P. Therefore, the formula for reorder level is maximum C into maximum P. Maximum level is something more than reorder level. Once you place the reorder level, at reorder level you place the reorder quantity, both are different. At reorder level you place the reorder quantity, therefore reorder level ge ROQ will get added. ROQ will get added, but during the reorder period you assume minimum consumption is taking place, right? So ROL plus ROQ minus minimum C into minimum P. Are you able to recall? Yes, ROL plus ROQ minus minimum C into minimum P. So obviously maximum level iruvaga, in the formula you cannot have maximum, it has to be minimum, and logically you have to subtract something less so that you get something high. Clear? So ROL plus ROQ minus minimum C into minimum P is the formula for maximum level. Minimum level is less than ROL. ROL minus, but before the ROQ is added, right? So whatever I told you, in that formula you cannot have minimum. Minimum formula and minimum you cannot have, right? So minimum formula, if you minus maximum, then it becomes zero. ROL itself is maximum. Left out is nothing but average. So ROL minus average C into average P. The assumption is that during the reorder period, average consumption is taking place. Understood? So ROL minus average C into average P is minimum level. Danger level, average C or minimum P. There are two schools of thought, right? The average C or minimum C. There are two schools of thought. Into lead time for emergency purchase. Into lead time for emergency purchase is my danger level. Clear, all of you? Yes, these are the formulas which you have learned. Next one is average level, which is nothing but a minimum plus maximum by 2, or another formula is minimum plus half of ROQ, or minimum plus half of ROQ. Here, what is important to note is that the answer under both formulas will not be same. They need not be same. That is minimum plus maximum by 2 may not be equal to minimum plus half of ROQ, because the assumption under both formulas is different. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
so these are the important formulas what we had learned. After this, we learned that economic order quantity. Yes, for this you need to know ordering cost and carrying cost. Ordering cost is the cost incurred for every time an order is placed. It is assumed to be fixed per order irrespective of the order size. It is assumed to be fixed per order irrespective of the order size. Is it clear, all of you? Right? Those who are in the class should keep the video on. Okay? Those who are in the class should keep the video on. Yes. Listen now. EOQ. For that, ordering cost I explained. Next is carrying cost. Carrying cost is the cost incurred for carrying the inventory. Right? It is normally calculated per unit per annum. Very important, per annum. Per month nodit kudle, what you should do? Convert it into annum. As soon as you see per month, you convert it to per annum. Is it clear, Trisha? Yes. So ordering cost is always calculated per order. Carrying cost is always calculated per unit per annum. Yes, ordering cost. What are the ordering cost? It could be my administration cost, freight charges, transportation, etc. All of these are my ordering cost. Carrying cost could be storage cost, your obsolescence cost, interest cost. All of these are my carrying cost. Clear, all of you? Yes, which is calculated per unit per annum. Now, formula for EOQ is square root of 2AB divided by C. Remember, square root of 2AB divided by C, where A is the annual demand or requirement of
Input.
Input.
input. Very good. Total annual demand or requirement of input. B is the buying cost or ordering cost per order. C is the carrying cost per unit per annum. Is it clear? Right? This is my economic order quantity. Right? Wherein at EOQ, ordering cost will be equal to carrying cost. At EOQ, ordering cost will be equal to carrying cost. Is it clear? Next, formula for calculating the number of orders. Formula for calculating number of orders is what? Annual demand divided by order quantity. Annual demand divided by order quantity. Is it clear? Yes. Next, what is the formula for calculating the ordering cost? Ordering cost is equals to number of orders into cost per order. Number of orders into cost per order. Right? Carrying cost formula is half into order quantity into carrying cost per unit per annum. Half into order quantity into carrying cost per unit per annum. ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? I hope you are able to recall.
Yes.
I know that if I ask you, you will not be able to tell immediately because you have not read. But when I am recalling all the formulas, I hope you are able to you recall the formulas as well. Okay, that is the formula for carrying cost, right? And then at EOQ, you know that total ordering cost will be equal to total carrying cost. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next concept is your economic batch quantity. Economic batch quantity. Under here also EBQ, the formula, the logic is simple. We are finding out what is that batch quantity, right? Just like economic order quantity, what should be my order size such that the cost is the least? What should be the batch size such that the cost is least? Clear all of you? Economic batch quantity is related to my output. EOQ is related to input. EBQ is related to output. Your AOQ is related to input. Is it clear? Therefore, the formula is same. 2A, but instead of ordering cost here, you have setup cost. Setup cost, right? 2A is divided by C itself, carrying cost per unit per annum. But however, here C is carrying cost per unit per annum of the output and not of the input. And A also annual demand or requirement of output. Is it clear? Right? So 2 square root of 2a is divided by c is the formula for batch quantity. Next, you have your classification of inventories, right? You can classify your inventory based on ABC, right? So before this, physical control or my inventory control, material control can be achieved by different ways. First one is by setting of my economic order quantity and stock levels. Clear all of you? Stock levels, economic order quantity. Then you have your ratios, input output ratio, right? Then you have turnover ratio, all of those ratios. Is it clear? Right? Then you have your classification of inventory, and last one is physical control, right? Physical control only, it is perpetual inventory system. All of you, perpetual inventory system where the record or the balance of the inventory is available at any given point of time. It should always be coupled with physical stock taking, periodic physical stock taking. Is it clear? And then you have your two bin system. Under two bin system, you have one large bin and one small bin. You have one large bin and one small bin. First issues are made from the larger bin. When it reaches the small bin, you place the order. When it reaches the small bin, you place the order. Therefore, the small bin can be called either as minimum level or reorder level. Is it clear, all of you? This is my two bin system. Next is my classification of inventories. Classificationally, first way to classify is ABC. That is category ABC 70-20-10 analysis. It is based on the total value. All of you with me? It is based on the total value. Clear? Yes. Wherein category A items are those items which have 70% of the value but only 10% of quantity. 70% of value but only 10% of quantity. Everybody clear? Yes. Next, category B items, that is 20% of value and 20% of quantity, and category C items only 10% of value but 70% in quantity. Only 10% in value but 70% of quantity. Right? What is the example? Jewelry shop. I had given an example. Diamonds, gold could be category A. Your silver items could be category B, and then now even silver is costly. Say copper or something, and then aluminium and all of that could be category C items. Right? Is it clear? That is ABC
Yes.
analysis. Next, FSL, fast moving, slow moving, non moving. FSN, fast moving, slow moving, non moving. Here it is based on frequency. Well, you should remember the keywords because you have to use these keywords in the theory question. For ABC, it is on total value. For FSN, it is based on frequency. Clear, all of you? Yes. Fast moving, slow moving, non moving. Fast moving goods are those goods that have fast replenishment frequency. That is, raw material is converted to finished goods at a fast cycle. Clear, all of you? Fast moving goods. Fast moving goods are, where are they placed? Are they placed near or are they placed far off? Are they placed near or are they placed far off? What do you think? Fast moving goods.
Yes.
Near.
Near.
Chemist shop example, my fever tablets, etc., are always placed near. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
Then slow moving goods, raw material is converted to finished goods, right? In a slow cycle, replenishment frequency is slow and they're stored a little far. Last one, non-moving goods are kept for disposal always. They're normally kept for disposal. Is it clear? FSN. Next comes VED, vital, essential, desirable. Right? Here, what is the keyword? Criticality or importance for production of the final product. What is the criticality or importance? In that vital, they are, if they are unavailable, If vital goods are unavailable, then it interrupts the entire production process. Clear, all of you? Therefore, maximum attention should be paid to vital items. Next comes essential, right? Absence of essential items leads to substandardized product or loss of efficiency Clear, all of you? And last, desirable, right? The absence of desirable items do not result in any production or efficiency loss. Is it clear? Right, this is called VED, vital essential desirable, based on criticality or importance. Next is high cost, medium cost, low cost inventory. Here it is based on per unit cost, right? Because otherwise there's no difference between ABC and this. ABC is based on the total value, HML is based on per unit cost, where you classify the inventory based on high cost items, medium cost items, and low cost items, right? The last concept is just in time system. So straight, all of you, just in time system, a Japanese technique of inventory management where the goods are arrived just before the time of production. Goods arrive just before the time of production, right? Again, here it is demand pull approach. It is a demand pull approach. Nenpidiya. First the demand is created and then you start production. It's the entire reverse process. It's the entire reverse process that is your just in time system, right? Then we had learned about landed cost. Landed cost, it refers to the cost of the raw material expressed per unit. Yes or no? It is expressed per unit. Landed cost. What are the costs which is included in the valuation of your inventory, and what is not included in the cost of inventory? Your purchase price is included. Access which where credit is not available is included. Yes or no? Transportation cost, cost of packaging, any cost that is required to bringing the inventory, right, to its present condition and location in your accounts. The similar concept applies here also. Understood, all of you? Cost of non-refundable containers is included. Yes. What are excluded? Taxes where credit is available, it's excluded. Trade discount is excluded. Clear, all of you? These are the costs which is excluded. Landed cost normally is expressed per unit. Okay. Yes. And then is obviously your stores ledger discussion, where you have what are the different types of you know methods of pricing, right? Under that you have your historical cost, non-historical cost, all of those. So here you have based on average price and the simple average and weighted average price. Clear, all of you? Based on your historical cost, it could be FIFO, it could be LIFO. Yes. Clear, all of you? Then you have your other cost, say non-historical cost, that is based on standard cost, right? You have a standard rate, right? Base stock, for base stock you have a fixed rate that is set. Clear? Yes. So all of these are cost mechanisms. FIFO, first in, first out. The assumption is whatever is purchased first is issued first. Last in, first out. Whatever is purchased last is issued first. Clear? Yes. So these are your stores ledger problem related. Otherly, some important notes. All of you straight, concentrate. Important notes for stores ledger problem, right? FIFO and LIFO, if it is directly given, it's very easy. Question comes about return of materials. Okay, if the stores is returning the material, at what rate it should return the material? At whatever rate it was purchased first, it was purchased at the same rate it will return. Understood? At whatever rate it was purchased, at the same rate it will return. Clear? But if that is not available, then previous issue rate is used. Understood? Then return of materials from production department. Again, at whatever rate we had issued it to them, at the same rate you will take the receipt. But if that is not available, then again previous issue rate. That's all. Clear, all of you? These are the important adjustments when it comes to material chapter. Okay. Open your caps material. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, one of you read quickly.
Material cost.
Material.
Inventory is as good as cash. Example, jewelry. Material control. The function of ensuring that sufficient goods retain in the stock to meet all the requirements without carrying unnecessarily large stock. Process involved in material procurement, inspection, storage, and issue. Bill of material. It is a document containing the detailed description and specification for manufacturing a product. Store's record. A bin card, stock control card maintained by the storekeeper, store's ledger maintained by costing department. Factory normal shortage is treated as an indirect expense. Abnormal shortage is debited to costing P&L account. Use of bill of materials in various departments.
What was asked, right, in September 25 question, if you saw in the suggested answer, this is the exact same question asked. Yes, ma, continue.
Marketing, that is purchase department, materials are procured or purchased on the basis of specifications mentioned in it. For production department, production is planned according to the nature, volume of the materials required to be used. Accordingly, material requisition lists are prepared. For stores department, it is used as a reference document while issuing materials to the requisitioning department. Cost or accounting department, it is used to estimate cost and profit. Any purchase, issue, and usage are compared or verified against this document.
You can see the chart, right? Here, carrying cost increases with the increase in ordering quantity. Then ordering cost decreases with the decrease in order quantity, right? This is the optimum EOQ where carrying cost is equals to ordering cost. Yeah. Fixation of stock levels. Yes, Marid.
Fixation of stock levels, EOQ, etc. The formulas. Reorder level equals maximum reorder period into maximum usage or safety stock plus lead time consumption.
Continue.
Minimum level, reorder level minus normal usage per period into average delivery time. Maximum level, reorder level plus reordering quantity minus minimum consumption during the period required to obtain delivery. Average stock level, maximum level plus minimum level divided by 2 or minimum level plus half of ROQ. Danger level, minimum consumption into emergency delivery time. Economic order
Minimum
quantity,
C or average C. Two schools of thought. Minimum C or average C. Yes, continue.
economic order quantity, square root of 2 into annual consumption into buying cost per order, whole divided by cost per unit into shortage and storage and carrying cost rate.
Very simple, yeah. So 2AB divided by C ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 2AB divided by C. Okay, square root of 2AB by C. Yes, continue.
Inventory turnover ratio, material consumed divided by average inventory. Inventory turnover period 365 divided by inventory turnover ratio. Safety stock, annual demand by 365 days into maximum lead time minus normal or average lead time. Total inventory cost equals ordering cost plus carrying cost of inventory plus purchase cost. Note: for calculation of total inventory cost, average inventory should be taken as half of carrying cost, is normally given as a percentage of per unit. Inventory control. First one, fixation and implementation of stock levels. Classifications are ABC, FSN, VED, and HML. Ratio analysis are inventory turnover ratio, average inventory held, etc. Physical control, two-bin system, perpetual inventory and continuous stock taking or verification. Inventory requirement, budget by studying production plans and schedules. ABC, always better control analysis. That is 70-20-10 analysis. ABC analysis. It is a system of inventory control. It exercises discriminating control over different items of stores classified on the basis of investment involved. Items are classified into the following categories. A category, quantity less than 10% but value more than 70%. B category, quantity less than 20% but value about 20%. C category, quantity above 70% but value less than 10%. Control ratios. Input-output ratio, also known as yield ratio. Output divided by input into 100. Example, 2 meter cloth, 1 shirt yield ratio equals 50%. 1 cane, 5 glasses of juice yield ratio 500%. The converse of yield ratio represents material loss. Methods of pricing material issues: AS2, FIFO or weighted average. FIFO, suitable in falling prices. LIFO, suitable in rising prices. SAP, simple average pricing. WAP, weighted average pricing. Two-bin system. Under this system, one smaller part should stock the quantity equal to minimum stock or reorder level. The larger part should stock the remaining stock. Stock issues shall be made from the larger bin. Other systems of inventory control include FSN, fast, slow, and non-moving analysis. VED, vital, essential, and desirable goods analysis. Just-in-time analysis.
Only write down here for, I think if they have not yet written anywhere, take come back up here, all of you. Illi ABC ಗೆ write down total value, FSN. You write down frequency, VED, criticality or importance. For HML it is per unit cost. Per unit cost. Yes. This is important treatment for stores ledger. Yes, ma'am.
Important treatment. Returns to vendors, similar to issue, rate at which it was supplied. Return from production, similar to receipts, rate at which it was issued to the production.
Okay. Now
Sure.
return to vendors. He'll return to vendors if not available, then previous issue rate. Previous issue rate.
Shortage, similar to issue, regular pricing. Surplus, similar to receipts, immediate previous issue rate. Inventory or material control techniques. Setting stock level, ABC analysis, FSN, VED, EOQ, stock taking. Just in time, that is JIT inventory management. A Japanese technique of inventory management where the goods are arrived just before the time of production. It is also known as demand pull or pull through system of production. Demand of final product leads to production starts to process the demand for product. Material requirement is sent to the purchase department and then order for raw material sent to supplier. Supplier sends the material for the production. Methods of pricing. First arrow mark based on cost price. First one, specific price method. FIFO.
Specific price method is specific identification method in your inventory chapter, right? If you remember, designer lehengas. That example. Yes, ma'am. Continue.
Third one, LIFO. Last, basic stock method.
base stock method at the cost at which it was procured. Okay. Yeah, average, the simple average, weighted average, based on market price methods, replacement price method, a realizable price method, notional price, standard price method, inflated price method. This is normally for your when there is a normal loss, right? We use that inflated price method, then reuse price method. Yes. Valuation of material receipts, material inward note, discounts and subsidy, it is deducted. Yes or no? Discounts and subsidy, the following are deducted. Trade discount, quantity discount, subsidy, grants and incentives. Which are not deducted, cash discount is not deducted. Clear all of you? Next comes taxes, duties and taxes. If ITC is not available, then it is included, right? Your basic custom duty is included. What is excluded? If ITC available, right? Your penalties, right? Penalty charges, demurrage, retention charges, everything is never included in the cost of inventory. Clear all of you? Next, other expenditures. What is added? Insurance charges, commission, brokerage paid, freight inwards. All of that is added. Container charges, non-refundable containers is added. Returnable containers is not added. Shortage, right? Normal shortage and abnormal shortage. Normal means it is charged to good units. This is charged to good units. Abnormal costing P&L, right? So these are the losses. One is waste, that means it has no scrap value. Scrap means it will have a scrap value. Defective means it can be economically rectified. It can be rectified in an economically feasible manner. Obsolete items are outdated. Yes, spoilage means it is so badly damaged it cannot be rectified. It can't be rectified. Clear? Yes, so if you see, this is one standard format, a standard problem of EOQ that has been inserted. So EOQ square root of 2AB by C, A is there, B is there, C is there, annual demand of input, B is buying cost, ordering cost of order, carrying cost per unit per annum. Yes, so then ordering cost, right? How to calculate ordering cost next? Your total ordering cost nothing but number of orders into cost per order. Number of orders is annual demand of input in units divided by order quantity. Okay, total ordering cost. Carrying cost is half into order quantity into carrying cost per unit per annum. Minimum inventory cost will be when you add the ordering cost and carrying cost. Yes. Yes. Then your reorder level, minimum level, maximum level formulas, and that type of problem is also given here for reference. Okay, so this is the concepts of material. Now come to the problems. Before yeah, come to the concept problems first quickly. 112. Yeah. First one is your tyrotubes problem. Okay, look at this now. All of you got it? Yes. So Mrs. Tyrotubes trades in four-wheeler tires. You have the material, no, with you? No? Yeah. PDF ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. PDF ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, okay. Print ಮಾಡಿಸಿಲ್ಲ, you tell Ritvik, I don't know. Okay. Look at this now. Yes. Why you didn't print it? You should have printed. Okay, anyway, at least print it before the next revision session. Okay. Messrs. Tyrotube trades in four-wheeler tires and tubes. It stocks sufficient quantity of tires for almost every vehicle. In the year 2023, the report of sales manager revealed that Mrs. Tyrotubes experienced a stock out of tires. Right? They've given stock out of tires is given here 100 quantity, 80, 50, so on and so forth, number of times. Now I told you this is coincidence, right? What coincidence that it totals to 100. If they want to set it up, they can set it up. This can total to 150, 200, whatever. You need to take the probability, you need to take percentage. Clear all of you? Percentage here it is same, coincidence. Messrs. Tyrotubes loses 150 per unit due to stock out and spends 50 per unit on carrying of inventory. Yes, but this 150 is only on probability of stock out, right? Probability of stock out. So we have to find out what is that probability and then do it accordingly. Okay, so here Computation of stock out and inventory carrying cost. Look at this table, exactly what we have done in the class. Here, safety stock level 100. If you're keeping 100, the maximum demand itself, that is stock out that has happened, is 100. This stock out is my additional demand, artha aita, not my normal demand. This is additional demand. Clear, all of you? Yes. So additional demand of 100. If I'm keeping safety stock of 100, then there is no stock out. Then there'll be only carrying cost of 5,000, because 50 rupees per unit, 50 into 100, 5,000 is incurred. Clear? Next, if I have 80 units, then I'll have a stock out of 20. Now, when do I have a stock out of 20? When there is a, yes, when do I have a stock out of 20? If there is a demand of 100, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ all of you? If there is a demand of 100 and if I have a safety stock of 80, 100 minus 80, 20 will be my stock out. Is it clear, all of you? Therefore, what is the probability of the demand being 100? 2%. 2%, right? That is what is given here, 20 and 2%. Clear, all of you? And then you continue the same table again. Next, if I have a safety stock of 50, right? 50, then there is no stock out until this level. Till here, there is no stock out, correct? There is no stock out. If I have a demand, if I have a safety stock of 50, then there is no stock out. Clear? Till here. However, there will be a stock out here, minus 50, 30, minus 50, 50. Clear? Right? Therefore, the stock out of having, I'll have a 50 stock out or 30 stock out, probability is 2% and 5%. Are you able to recall this problem? Yes. So this is the exact problem. You can make a note, all of this. The same thing you can also make a note in your notes or wherever. But go through this problem. This is important. The so on and so forth. It will continue, right? And then you need to find out at which level the cost is the least. So you will observe at this stock out 20, I think the cost is the least of 2140, and then it starts increasing. Therefore, a safety stock of 20 is suggested. Clear? Right? This working note is important. You need to calculate the probability, because I told you it is coincidence in our problem that it is not 100, that is equal to 100. This explanation and all is not required for your the examination. Only that answer is sufficient. Next, look at the second type of problem. Yeah. XYZ Limited has obtained an order to supply 48,000 bearings per year, right? From a concern on a steady basis. It is estimated that it costs rupees 0.20 as inventory holding cost per bearing per month. What should we do? Per
Per
bearing
annum.
per
Into
month
per
into
annum.
12
Per annum.
into 12, right? Okay, next. And the setup cost per run of bearing manufacture is rupees 384. This is what EBQ question. Clear? EBQ question. You are required to calculate the optimum run size and number of runs for bearing manufacture. For that is nothing but 2AS divided by C. Yes, annual demand 48,000 into 2 into setup cost is rupees 384 divided by 2.4. Is it clear, all of you? Look at this. Yes, 2 into 48,000 into 384 divided by 2.4, 3,920 units is my EBQ. Okay, optimum run size would be annual demand divided by order quantity. So you get the 13 runs as the optimum run size. Next, compute the interval between two consecutive runs. Frequency, how do you calculate frequency? 365 days, yes, divided by number of runs, you get frequency. Is it clear? 365 days divided by number of runs, you get frequency. Yes. Next, find out the extra cost to be incurred if the company adopts a policy to manufacture 8,000 bearings per run as compared to the optimum run size, because the optimum run size is 3,920. If you do 8,000, what will be the number of runs? Annual demand is 48,000, therefore 48,000 divided by 8,000. Okay. Setup cost plus inventory cost, 48,000 plus 8,000 is the number of runs into the setup cost plus average inventory would be 8,000 into half into 2.4 is the carrying cost. So the total cost would then be, right, 11,904. 9,406 is my existing cost, which you have to find out for the optimum run. What it is, the additional cost is 2,498. Okay. To save the cost, the company should run at an optimum batch size of 3,920. It saves 3,492,498 or 2,208, I think. Yes. All right. Case scenario based questions. The cost of placing each order. I think this is very simple. Yeah. I don't want to. You all can go through this. So first, I don't want to miss is my RTP question. Let us go through the RTP, which is there in this material also. But anyway, I will share it separately here just for easy reference. If this is a service costing one, we'll go through it later. Look at this problem. Material cost. XYZ Enterprises manufactures different types of beverages. The monthly demand pattern of these beverages is as follows. All of you concentrate now. Okay. So this is my monthly demand. Clear? Very important, because if it is a material cost, normally annual demand is what is required. Orange juice is 60,000, apple juice and grape juice is given. To produce 1 liter of apple juice, orange juice and grape juice, 6 kg of apples is required, 3 kg of orange and 5 kg of grapes is required. Therefore, here accordingly you should do. Is it in the same order? You just check. First, they've given apple. See, very careful here. Very careful. Make a note of this. Mark this. Be careful here. Why? Because here they've given order apple, orange, and grape. Can you observe? Apple, orange, and grape. But here, what are they given? Orange, apple, and grape. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? You will make a mistake.
Yes.
I'm telling you in examination, you'll make a mistake here. Be careful here, right? So orange juice again, how many kgs required? 3 kgs of orange required into 3 kg. Okay. Next, apple juice. So for how many kgs of apples required? 6 kgs into 6 kg. Then how many kg of grape is required? 5 kg into 5 kg. Okay. Next. There is no opening and closing stock of raw materials, so very simple for us. XYZ Enterprises can source the raw materials either from, so it's either or question, either from local farmers, right? Import in case of grapes, right? Or from wholesale suppliers. The company, so import is only in case of grapes, clear? The company has the flexibility to purchase any quantity of materials from the wholesale suppliers, but when buying from farmers or in case of import, it must adhere to minimum quantity that is specified for each type of material. Below is the summary of the purchasing conditions. So obviously you should do this illy into 12. They are told, I'm sorry, let me just see this. What are the, to produce 1 liter, 6 kg is required, alva? Correct. So this also will be into 12 if it is per annum. Okay. If it is per annum. All right. Now oranges, minimum purchase quantity, wholesaler, any quantity. This is the reality. Look at this. But from farmer, andre minimum 7,20,000 into purchase. Clear? So wholesaler, anything you can purchase. From farmer, 7,20,000 is required. Price per kg they've given. Look at this. Here it is 18. Here it is 15. Right? Transportation cost is given. So I told you, whenever the purchase price is changing, will we consider the purchase price or not? Otherwise, we calculate only based on the EOQ. Yes or no? EOQ and order quantity and costing and carrying cost. But if purchase price is changing, will we consider the total cost? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we should consider the total cost. Next, loading cost and unloading cost is given here. No? Loading cost, unloading cost, all of this has to be added. Loading cost, unloading cost has to be added to my price per kg. Artha aita, right?
Yes.
Then sorting and piling cost is 1500. Sorting and piling cost, right? So again, loading and unloading cost rupees 2 for every 50 kg, rupees 10 for every 50 kg, 2 for every 50 kg. Loading and unloading will happen what time? Normally at the time of order. Every time you order, loading and unloading will happen. Clear? Sorting and piling, this also will happen at the time of order. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ? Yes.
Yes.
Next, minimum purchase. So this is a different type of problem. After a long time, a different type of problem has come. Market important. Okay. Minimum purchase any quantity here 3,60,000 kg. Price per kg again is given. Transportation cost is given. Sorting and piling cost is given. Loading and unloading cost is given. Wholesale supplier import, right? So for grapes, if it is farmer, there is no farmer, otherwise it is import. Artha ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ? There are two options here, either wholesale supplier or import. Minimum quantity, any there is no quantity here. Here it is 1,50,000 kg. Price per kg 32 25. Then transportation cost is given. Loading unloading, ಇಲ್ಲಿ import duty ಕೂಡ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. Transportation and sorting and piling cost is given for per purchase order. See, they've clarified your doubt. But otherwise also by common sense itself I wrote it is ordering cost. 8% import duty is applicable, right? Purchase of grapes for which ITC is not available. Clear all of you? For grapes, import duty option you should consider. XYZ Enterprises is also paying an annual interest of 15% on cash credit facility. This is for carrying cost. Clear all of you? And 1000 per 1000 kg of rent to its warehouse. Right? This is also storage cost. This is also carrying cost. Calculate the total purchase cost for each material of apple, orange, and grape under the following two options: purchase from wholesale supplier, purchase from farmers import. Very, very easy. There is nothing here. Understood? Take the liters into kgs into the number of months and then multiply into the purchase cost. Also consider the loading, unloading, and all. They have only considered purchase cost ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? Purchase cost. Next, calculate the economic order quantity for each material under both options and then give a recommendation on the best purchase option for the grapes material if minimum purchase quantity for import is 1,50,000 kg. Shall we look at the answer, all of you? This is question number 8. It's a very easy question. There's nothing difficult adjustment here, right? Just such only thing is it's a different type of problem that has come in the recent history. Artha aita? Yes. Look at this now. Calculation of purchase cost per kg of materials, right? So purchase price is 18 and 15. To this you add the loading cost, then you add unloading cost, right? And you get the total cost. Is it clear? All of you, right? Next. Apple also purchase price is taken, then loading and unloading cost is added. Here also grape the same thing is added. This is per kg amount is found out. Only thing here this is different. Import duty. Okay, at 8%. Any doubts in this first adjustment, all of you? Simple, right? Next,
Yes.
economic order quantity. I told you this 60,000, 20,000, right? Into 6, 3, 6, and 5 into 12 months, you get the quantity, annual requirement, right? Then cost per order. They've taken the transportation cost and sorting and piling cost, right? Sorting and piling cost is added here. Is it clear, all of you? The loading and unloading cost, since they're given per kg, is added in the purchase cost itself, right? Purchase cost itself. All right. Next, right? This is my ordering cost, then carrying cost, interest on cash credit facility on that purchase price, whatever you identified above. Come here, right? See this 18.24 and 15.54. Yes, everybody. On this only, on the purchase price only, we calculate the carrying cost. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So on that you calculate 15%, then warehouse rent. This warehouse rent you calculate per kg how much? Per kg per month, per annum how much? Is it clear? So 1,000 rupees for every 1,000 kg you divide it and you get for one kg how much? Same thing is done for apple and grape. Then calculate EOQ for each of the options. Artha aita. For each option you calculate what EOQ. 6 EOQs you have to calculate. Selection of best purchase option for the purchase of grapes, right? Annual requirement is 3 lakh, right? Minimum quantity is 1 lakh 50, but EOQ of grape is how much? EOQ of grape, can you see? It is 41,000. Therefore, what do you think the cost will be lesser? Your cost will normally be lesser. Carrying cost and ordering cost will be lesser here. Artha aita. But however, purchase cost of wholesale is more. Are you understanding anything? Yes.
Yes.
Purchase
Yes.
cost of wholesale is more. So we need to see which option is better, right? 3 lakh, then EOQ you take for wholesale market. For import you will take 1 lakh 50. The number of orders is found out. Average inventory divided by 2 you do. Then ordering cost and carrying cost and then purchase cost. Add all the items and see where the cost is the least. Here the cost is least. Therefore, importing is better. I hope this is clear to all of you. Right? So like this, there's one more case scenario question, okay, that I want you to compulsorily solve in your this is a easy problem. Listed the sky limited problem. What I've done in the class, calculating the landed cost. Clear all of you? Sky similar to sky limited problem done in class. Artha landed cost problem where discount you have to first minus the trade discount. After that, calculate GST. Where credit is available, huh? Be careful here. Credit is available. Be careful. This is important because in exam, in our problem, we had taken GST. Here you should not consider Artha Ita.
Yes, sir.
You should not consider credit is available. But look at this. To calculate cash discount only, see cash discount is when the credit amount is paid within the 30 period days. The amount of cash discount to be received from the supplier. For this purpose, you need to take GST, obviously. Did you understand? For the purpose of calculating cash discount, you have to consider GST. Is it clear? Right? But for the purpose of calculating the landed cost, you will not consider. You should not consider GST if the credit is available. You have considered here. This is not right. Let me read the problem. But here you look at this now, Baba. Sorry. Look at this, all of you. An unregistered supplier under GST. Okay. Even if it is credit is available, actually it is not available. But anyway, even if it is available, is an unregistered supplier, therefore it has to be added. Is it clear? Therefore, it has to be added to the cost. Next. Make this problem important. Solve this problem because if it comes in the examination, you will get scared. If it comes in the examination, it will get scared. But actually, it is not to be scared. Only thing there is conversion from SLR to INR. That is why you have to be careful. Artha. Everything, the material cost concept is same. Only Sri Lankan rupees INR conversion is there. Therefore, you have to be careful. Is it clear? Right? This
Yes, sir.
exchange rates are given. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ you have to be careful. Understood? ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ you have to take care. Everything else is okay, not problematic. Because of this, please solve this case scenario. Yeah, I want to tell you to solve that problem and then go through all the case scenario questions. Is it easy? Go to theory. Look at this, all of you. Explain the spoiled and defective work. Also explain the treatment of defect under following circumstances, where percentage of defective work is allowed in a particular batch as it cannot be avoided. Okay. So for that, look at the answer. If the actual number of defectives, yeah, can you see? If the actual number of defective is within a normal limit, okay, right, or is near there to, the cost of rectification will be charged to the whole job, right? It will charge to the whole job, right? And spread over the entire output of the batch. Clear, all of you? If on the other hand, the number of defect units substantially exceeds normal, that means it is abnormal, right? The cost of the rectification will be charged to costing P&L account. Artha aita? Next, where defect is due to bad workmanship, what do you think? It is not legitimate, correct or not? Therefore, rectification cost shall be written off as a loss unless by an arrangement it is recovered by a penalty from the workman concerned. Okay, so this is written off as loss. Where defect is due to the inspection department wrongly accepting incoming material of poor quality. What do you think? Rectification cost will be charged to the department. ನೆನಪಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ in my overhead overtime OT cost. If it is due to fault of another department, you charge to that department. Same way here also. If the defect is due to another department, you charge to that department. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this kind of problems I've done in the class. Please go through this. This orange, apples, and grapes problem I just now did it. First step. We go through this problem also. Okay. Go through this problem also. Everything you have to go through. I'm telling you that compulsory first you do that. Artha aita? This is what, this is that problem of economic purchase level. Economic purchase level. Correct? Because for different levels, the price per unit is changing. Clear, all of you? This adjustment. Go through this adjustment. Right? Bill of material and material requisition, no difference is there. Right? This problem I have done in the class. Exact same problem I have done in the class. Okay? This is easy. Again, this is repeated. It's not required any. I think more or less I've covered. Just write down now. Type of problems. Type of problems. So I'll heading kodi material cost, under that 2 arrow marks. Material cost 2 arrow marks. 2 arrow marks. Left hand side theory. Theory. Under that, under theory, write down JIT slash demand pull. JIT slash demand pull. Next, uses of BOM in various departments. Uses of BOM in various departments. Next, treatment of material losses. Treatment of material losses. Right? Under that, obsolescence. Under that obsolescence, I have not covered this part, so I just covered it here. Obsolescence get put 3 arrow marks. First one, write spare part. Second arrow mark, manufacture of product. Manufacture of product. Third arrow mark, material itself replaced. Material itself replaced. Write down example because of tech. Because of tech. They have asked what are the causes of obsolescence, right? Or what are the treatments? So these are the different reasons. Spare part becomes obsolete, right? Next. Under that next point, after material losses, treatment of material losses, then material control, inventory control, material control and inventory control. Next. Treatment of items. Treatment of items. Hyphen. Value of material cost. Value of material cost. Example, demurrage. Example, demurrage. Example, demurrage. Next point. Bin card versus stores ledger. Bin card versus stores ledger. Okay. These are few important things. I'm not saying these are the only things. Arthaita. Next. Second R mark. Problems types. Problems types. Problems types. Under that, keep writing. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Think 7. 7 point. You want to put vertical, horizontal, I leave it to you. But 7 will come. 7 categories. I'm doing for one chapter. You should do for all. You should do for all. Clear? But materially, there are many types. Right? First one, EOQ. 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 Under EOQ. Right? So if you're doing vertical, then put a horizontal arrow mark. If you're doing horizontal, put a vertical arrow mark. Under EOQ. Percentage of discount. Percentage of discount. Savings / loss. If there's a what is the percentage of discount you need to ask for? Did you understand? Based on the saving or loss that you have determined. Percentage of discount, savings / loss. Next, EBQ. 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 Clear? Right? Next, fixation of stock levels. Fixation of stock levels. Next arrow mark, not on the EOQ. Next arrow mark. Next type. Next category is fixation of stock levels. Next, landed cost. Landed cost within brackets Sky company. Sky and company or Sky limited something. Sky problem. Sky problem. Landed cost. Then inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio problem. Then ABC. ABC. Then stores ledger. Stores ledger. Last one, stock out. Stock out. Stock out. Clear all of you? You got the flair of how to approach from an examination perspective, everybody. So to the point, don't get into reading a lot of general notes and all of that. Sir, how do I now cover material chapter? First, whatever is done in the class, go through that. Clear? Whatever I told you in today's class is important. Give more focus to that. Clear? And then you cover the rest. And then you cover the rest. What is done in the class is compulsory. You cannot miss a single problem of illustration. You cannot miss illustration. You cannot miss. Clear, all of you? Practical questions also is important, but illustrations is most important. You cannot miss an illustration. Understood? Practical questions more or less would be covered in revision material as a part of practical questions. Somewhere will be covered because practical questions are your previous examination questions itself. Understood? Right? Yes. And then your other problems will come. So what is done in the class you cannot miss. Illustrations you cannot miss. Revision material after that. Under revision material also, if you see, there are different categories. First is concept based problem, then you have recent examination questions, and then you have your other additional questions. Arthaita. Right? Your examination RTP most important. Last 4 RTPs you should compulsory solve. Last 4 RTPs, that is your examination plus 3 more. Plus 3 more. Minimum 4 RTPs you should do. Right? Then your MTPs, RTPs, and then your other MTPs you can go through. Right? So with this, we have completed comprehensively material chapter. Comprehensively, we have covered material chapter. I went little bit more in depth. No doubt, material is a little bit lengthy chapter. That's why it took more time during the classes also and now also. And also because it is the first chapter, I want you to give the approach. Wanted you to understand how you need to approach a particular chapter. I hope you are comfortable now. Right? On the whole paper also, I gave you some brief analysis and also we went through the entire question paper, also material chapter. Okay? Yes. Let's quickly move on to another chapter, that is labor or employee cost. Sit straight, all of you. Employee cost. What are the ways in which, two ways in which the labor cost can be controlled? By increasing efficiency of the workers and by paying optimum wages to the workers. Two ways in which labor cost can be controlled: by increasing the efficiency of the workers or by paying optimum wages to the workers. Clear, all of you? Yes. Important terms that we need to remember: timekeeping. Yes. Recording and keeping of attendance, time in and time out, is called timekeeping. Time booking, recording the details of the work spent for each job. Recording the details of the work done for each job is nothing but time booking. Idle time is the time during which no production takes place, however the workers are paid. For the same. Idle time is nothing but timekeeping minus time booking. Idle time is nothing but timekeeping minus time booking. Clear, all of you? Yes. Overtime is the time spent by a worker in excess of the normal working hours, and normally he's paid twice the normal wages. Normally he's paid twice the normal wages. Overtime premium is the extra rate paid. The rate, see, OT wages is the twice the normal wages. OT premium is the extra wage rate paid over and above my normal wage rate. Over and above my normal wage rate, that is called OT premium. Is it clear? All of you? Yes. Then we learned about labor turnover, right? Labor turnover refers to the rate of change of composition of my labor workforce. Rate of change of composition of labor workforce. Labor turnover has to be controlled. At the same time, zero labor turnover is not good. There has to be fresh addition, fresh mindset coming into the system. At the same time, you should have a conducive environment. You should have a good working environment such that people feel comfortable and they want to work at the organization. Clear, all of you? So your balance has to be maintained. There are different formulas under labor turnover formulas. First one, separations method, right? In all the formulas, denominator is very simple: average number of workers worked during the period. Average number of workers worked during the period, that is opening plus closing by 2. Is it clear? Opening plus closing by 2. Next, numerator under separation method, number of separations. What is number of separations? Number of people who have left the organization. Is it clear, all of you? Yes. Next comes a replacement method. Number of people or employees who have joined the organization in replacement of the job vacancies. In replacement of the vacancies, that is called number of replacements. Accessions method. Number of accessions divided by average number of workers. What is accession? All the people who have joined the organization, irrespective of whether it is for vacancy or whether it is a fresh recruit, whether it is for expansion or for whatever reason. All the people who have joined is called number of accessions. Is it clear? Right? So this will be number of replacement plus number of fresh job or new job recruitments. Last one is my flux method, which is number of separations plus number of accessions in absolute terms. In absolute terms, you add it and divide by the average number of workers. That is called flux method. And equivalent labor turnover rate, when the labor turnover above whatever we discussed so far is not for 1 year, then you divide by the number of days in that period into 365. You divide by the number of days in that period and multiply into 365. Is it clear? This is my labor turnover concept. Next, we learned wage payment and incentive system. Wage payment and incentive system. Under that, straight piece rate based on number of pieces. Number of piece into piece rate is my straight piece rate. Clear, all of you? Under piece rate, 100% efficiency is considered. It is only based on efficiency. Clear, all of you? However, there is no fixed payment under piece rate. Next comes straight time rate. Straight time rate is based on the number of hours worked by the worker. Is it clear? Yes. Right? Number of hours worked by the worker, that is time taken. Rajashree, sit straight. Yes, quickly. We will complete labor chapter and then I will conclude today's session. Okay? Then I will conclude today's session. Sit straight. Rate, piece rate, number of pieces into piece rate. Efficiency, only based on efficiency. Does it consider any fixed payment? Nothing. Time rate, straight time rate, only based on the hours spent, irrespective of your efficiency. Is it clear? Right? Time taken to time rate is the straight time rate. Right? However, straight time rate doesn't consider efficiency. Piece rate doesn't have any fixed payment. Therefore, you have your incentive systems. Therefore, you have incentive system that has partial fixed payment and an incentive or bonus to incentivize the workers to improve their efficiency. Under that, first one is the Halsey premium plan. Under Halsey plan, the logic is very simple. Whatever is saved will be saved 50-50 between the company and the employee. Will be saved 50-50 between the company and employee. Formula for incentive system is very simple. Earnings plus bonus. Earnings plus bonus. Earnings is time taken to time rate. Clear all of you? Time taken to time rate. Next, 50% of time saved into time rate is my Halsey premium plan. Wages as per Halsey premium plan. So formula is time taken to time rate plus 50% of time saved into time rate. Is it clear? Right? However, the deficiency of this or the flaw of Halsey premium plan is that it does not consider quality aspect, right? Only considers efficiency but not effectiveness. It only considers efficiency but not effectiveness. I hope you understand the difference, right? So what they do here is they introduce the next plan covers this flaw, right? Rowan plan, it says that your bonus should not be more than your earnings. Your bonus should not be more than your earnings. It caps your bonus, right? So the formula is time taken to time rate plus efficiency percentage of time taken to time rate. That percentage is nothing but time saved by time allowed. Time saved by time allowed. Is it clear? So Rowan system plan formula is very simple. Time taken to time rate plus time saved by time allowed into time taken to time rate. All of you understood? Yes.
Yes.
Right? This is my Rowan plan. Now we have learned that when time saved is less than 50% of time allowed, when time saved is less than 50% of time allowed, that means you are focusing on quality also. Therefore, time saved is less than 50% of time allowed. Clear all of you? Right here, when you're focusing on quality, you get reward from which scheme? Halsey or Rowan?
Rowan.
Rowan plan. Therefore, Rowan will be greater than Halsey. When time saved is more than 50% of time allowed, Halsey will be greater than Rowan. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes? All right. Then comes your treatment of overtime premium. All of you concentrate. First one, if the customer agrees to bear the cost of overtime, then OT premium is charged to that particular job. If there is shortfall in production and OT is worked irregularly, not regularly, irregularly, say due to unexpected development, seasonal requirement, etc., then OT premium is charged to factory overheads. Very, very important. All this treatment is premium only, not for the entire OT wages. It is not for the entire OT wages. Did you understand? The premium only we are talking about. The normal wage, whatever is paid, even for the OT hours, will be charged to my direct wages itself. Is it clear? Right? Now, OT premium in case when there is shortfall of production and it is worked irregularly, when overtime is worked irregularly, in such cases it is charged to factory overheads. It is charged to factory overheads. Next, if it is due to fault of another department, OT premium is charged to such other department. Due to abnormal conditions, charged to costing P&L account. Lastly, if overtime is worked regularly as a policy itself, then OT premium is charged or is treated on par with normal wages and inflated wage rate is used. And inflated wage rate is used. Did you understand? Yes. So these are the different treatment for OT premium. Next comes your overtime as per Factories Act. Overtime as per Factories Act. There are two limits, daily limit and weekly limit. Daily limit is 9 hours. So any number of hours worked in excess of 9 hours in a day will be treated as OT. Weekly limit, if in the entire week you work for more than 48 hours, then it is treated as OT. Is it clear? Sir, what is it paid? A or B, whichever is earlier. Higher. A or B, whichever is higher. Is it clear? A or B,
Yes.
whichever is higher, is paid to the employee. So you have to calculate based on daily limit, calculate based on weekly limit, whichever is higher, that is what is paid. And as per Factories Act, normally OT wages is twice the ordinary rate. Twice the ordinary rate. Is it clear? all of you. This is the sum and substance, and that I've covered entire employee cost chapter here. Okay. Yes, more or less, most of the important topics. Let us go through the theory portion of the CAPS material. Yes, employee cost, page number 18. Yeah, let me read. Employee cost and direct expenses. Labor consists of direct and indirect labor, timekeeping, record of total time spent, right? This is nothing but attendance. Please write, this is attendance. Attendance. That is time in, time out. Time in and out is timekeeping. Time booking, record of actual time spent on various job, right? Idle time is the time during which no production takes place, right? Because the worker is idle, however, he is paid for the same. However, is paid for the same. If it is normal idle time, it is charged to prime cost or factory rates. Abnormal, that is charged to costing P&L account. Next, also write down idle time is nothing but time booking, time keeping minus time booking. Okay, minus time booking. Next, labor turnover, right? Rate of change in the composition labor force during a particular period. Over time, same employees are working, right, in different, more than the normal working hours. They are paid wages normally double the normal wages. Double shift, different employees are working in two different shifts. That is double shift. Time and motion study. Time study is a technique of observing and recording for an operation. Motion study involves, right, analyzing the movement of the workers and the machinery. Job analysis, it involves determining the list of qualifications required. Job evaluation, systematic method or technique of analyzing worth of the job, right? Merit rating, this is what happens normally, on a quarterly, half yearly or yearly basis. Understanding how is the performance of the employee, right? It involves analyzing or evaluating the performance of the worker who is doing the job, right? The formula is time rate system. I told you time taken into time. Please write down this way: time taken into time rate. Okay, here it is, number of pieces into piece rate. This is fine. Next, below that, here also write down time taken into time rate plus 50% of time saved into time rate. Simple, right? I'll say wire. This is actually not in syllabus now, but however, just for knowledge, if they ask this word wire comes, then it is instead of 50%, you take one third. That's all. Instead of 50%, one third is taken. Row 1 system, this is time taken into time rate plus time saved by time allowed into time taken into time rate. Please write down the formula. Okay, row 1 system. Separations method, number of separations by average number of workers. Replacement, number of replacement by average or accession. Both it is. Replacement is number of replacement, for accession is number of accessions. Accession is replacement plus recruitment, that is fresh. Fresh plus new, bar new. Flux method, number of separations plus number of replacement by average number of workers. This is absolute numbers. Absolute numbers. Don't do plus and minus because it is separations and replacement. The plus minus one, but absolute numbers. Okay. Direct expenses, chargeable expenses, expenses other than direct material costs which are incurred to manufacture a product or provision of a service and can be directly traced to and in an economically feasible manner. This is important. Yes, for to a cost object, it is called direct expense. Cost or employee turnover, preventive cost and replacement cost. Yes, preventive cost incurred to prevent employees turnover or keep it at as low as possible. Cost of medical benefit, cost of employees welfare, cost of other benefits with an objective to retain employees. This is preventive, to retain. Replacement cost, work cost which arise due to employee turnover, right? Cost of recruitment, training, abnormal breakage and scrap, extra wages and overheads due to the inefficiency of the new workers, right? So this is the example what I discussed in the class, right? What is the gross salary, right? How do you calculate the wages? The entire concept is explained here. Kindly go through it. Yeah. Computation of effective rate of earnings is given time allowed. What is time allowed? The standard time required to produce a particular product. That is my time allowed. Yes. Okay. Come to the problem section. Page 150. Yeah. Look at the problem. Super Limited, a manufacturing company, is facing the problem of high labor turnover in the factory. Before analyzing the causes and taking remedial steps, the management of the company wants to ascertain the profit lost for the year on account of labor turnover. For this purpose, it has given you the following information. Sales for the last year was 216 80,000, 2 crore 16 lakh 80,000. PV ratio was 15%. The total number of actual hours worked by direct labor force was 5 lakh hours. The actual direct labor hours included 60,000 hours attributable to training new recruits, out of which 40% of the hours were unproductive. Therefore, 60,000 into 40%, 24,000 unproductive hours. Due to delays by the personnel department in filling vacancies on account of labor turnover, 95,000 potential productive hours, excluding unproductive training hours, were lost. Therefore, here 95,000 is hours are lost. 1,500 units of the output produced during the training period were defective, because of which you had incurred defective rectification cost of 40 per unit. Yes, so 1,500 into 40 had to be incurred. Settlement cost they've given, recruitment and selection cost, cost of training and induction, that has to be added as it is. Assuming that the potential production lost as a consequence of labor turnover could have been sold at prevailing prices, find the profit loss for the year 20 on account of labor turnover. So actual hours given, they've given you is 5 lakh. In that 24,000 hours is lost. Therefore, actual productive hours 4 lakh 76,000 hours. Productive hours lost, add both 95,000, 1 lakh 19,000 hours you are losing. Did you all understand? Right? Therefore, last year sales value was 2 lakh 16 80 2 crore 16 lakh 80,000 divided by 4 lakh 76,000 into 1 lakh 19,000 hours. Therefore, this is the total sales value lost. On this, you calculate PV ratio. 8 lakh 13,000 is the contribution foregone. Okay. And then you add everything else, including cost of rectification, you'll get the profit foregone. Is it clear? Right? So this is a problem which we have done in the class. Yeah, look at this problem. SMC Limited is producing a particular design of toys under the following existing incentive system. Normal working hours is 48 hours. Late shift hours in the week is 12 hours. This is normal working hours. Late shift is 12 hours. Rate of payment for normal working is 150 per labor per hour. For late shift, it is rupees 300 per hour. Average output per operator is 60 hours per week, including late shift hours of 80 toys. Okay. Average output is 80 toys. The company's management has now decided to implement system of labor cost payment in with either row 1 premium plan or wholesale premium plan in order to increase output, eliminate late shift overtime, and reduce the labor cost. Similar problem done in the class. Okay. The following information is obtained. The standard time allotted for 10 toys is 7.5 hours. Right? Therefore, per unit divided by 7.5. Clear all of you? 7.5 hours is required for 10 units. Divide by 10, you will get per unit how much in minutes. Now, time rate is 150 per hour as usual. Assuming that the operator works for 48 hours in a week and produces 100 toys, you are required to calculate the weekly earnings for one operator under existing time rate, row 1 plan and wholesale plan. Simple problem, nothing, no special adjustments here. Effective rate per hour you need to take right? So there are the 150 is the time rate. This is my time rate. Yes, 48 hours in a week they've given in a week. This is my late shift hours, right? And 300 ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ rupees 300 per hour. This is a time rate for late shift. Time rate for late shift, and this is my late shift hours. Right? When you multiply, you will get the effect total cost. Right? 10,800 divided by total 60 hours. Add both, you will get the effective hourly rate. Right? Time taken by that is or allowed to produce 100 toys. I told you 60 hours for 80 toys they're taking into 100 toys. 75 hours is the time taken. Time saved is time allowed by time taken. Right? And then calculation of weekly earnings, calculate week for one operator under row one plan. I think this you will get it. Okay, all is flow, it goes in the same flow. I don't think there is anything important, but anyway, if you don't get the answer, you can ask me in the next session. I will help you out. Okay, this is an important problem. It in the exam only I don't think has come, but if it comes, you'll not be able to solve it if you have not solved it before. If you have not solved it before, you cannot solve this problem. So I will solve this now. Okay, I'll quickly solve it now. Look at this. HR Limited is processing in its legal industry one of its training executives. Mr. H in the personnel department has calculated labor turnover rate of 24.92% for the last year using flux method. Did you all understand? Flux rate is given. Following is the data provided by personnel department for the last year, right? So records clerk at the beginning joined left and at the end is there. Human resource manager, legal secretary, all of it is given. So what is at the beginning? Joined left and at the end. Clear all of you? Employees transferred from subsidiary company, then employees transferred to the subsidiary company. At the beginning of the year, there were total 1158 employees on the payroll of the company. The opening strength of legal secretary, staff attorney, and associate attorney were in the ratio of 3:3:2. The company has decided to abandon the position of litigation attorney, and consequently, all the litigation attorneys were transferred to the subsidiary company. The company and its subsidiary are maintaining separate set of books of account and separate personnel department. You are required to calculate the labor turnover rate using replacement method and separation method. Verify the labor turnover rate calculated under flux method by Mr. H. All of you write down. Take down this table, all of you. Quickly. Take down this table. Done, everybody? Yes. Done with the table, yes or no? Quickly. Quickly, all of you. Let's not waste time on drawing the table.
Done.
Write down now. So, records clerk. So you have to look at the question and keep telling me the answers. Okay. Records clerk beginning how much? Quickly. Can you or not? Or should I only refer? Okay. From the table we need to take. Okay. So 810. I'm looking at the table. I'm doing it my own. So 810. So whatever is marked in yellow, right? Those you have to use a different ink. For yellow, you have to use a different ink. Clear? Right? So because those are the ones which will be calculating, which will be balancing figures. What is given in the question, first we'll write down that. Okay. Then they have given, I think, 6, 12, and 90. Check. I think they've given 6, 12, and 90. Yes. 6, 12 is given. 90 employees transferred to the subsidiary company. The given is 90, so automatically this becomes okay. Yeah. Separation is 90 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ automatic ಆಗಿ we should take 90 because entirely they have taken out. Ali, if you see the wordings, they have written entire legal team has been transferred. They have given. Did you understand? Ali, you write down, put a star mark there for this. Put a star mark for 90 and write down since entire legal team has been transferred. So separations ಅಲ್ಲಿ 90 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So obviously opening also is 90 because there is no fresh recruitment in separation in for legal litigation attorney. Litigation attorney, they have given in the question itself separations is 90. So you have to assume that the opening is also 90. Is it clear? Right? Next. Then whatever is given, let us write down. I think joint is given. Yes, write down 1620. Then 30, 90, 30, 30. Obviously, for litigation, it is 0. 0. Next. Then, what else is given in the question? Joint. Next, separations, they've given. Write down 90, 90. That is left. Then 0, 0, 15. 0, 15. 15 have they given? No, they're not given actually. Thirty. 30. Make this as so this also be alone. All right. Yeah. Next, balance at the end. Yeah, at the end they're given here, right here. 2340. Then 60. After this, 2 blanks. These will be yellow, right? Then 45, 18, 51, and yellow. Yeah. Okay. Now everything else is balancing figure. Look at this now, all of you. 2340 they have given. Okay. Is the closing balance. All of you concentrate now. In this, they are telling 1620 is joined. That means replacement should be 90 who have left. Do you agree with me or not? Replacement should see separations 90 idre out of 1620 90 should be replacement. Yes or no?
Yes.
Did you understand this? Yes, Sana, did you understand? 1620 have joined. 90 people have left. So out of 1620 90 should be replacement, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct? So balance is new recruitment. 1530 write down. 160 minus 90, that is 1530. Next, HR manager, you show the working here, right? Closing balance is 60, separations is 90, joined is 30, right? So entire 30 who have joined will be replacement. Entire 30 who have joined will be replacement. Clear all of you? Now if joined is 30, separations is 90, balance is 60, what is opening? What is opening?
120.
120, 60 plus 90 minus 30. Okay. Next. Here. There are no separations for legal secretary. So entire new recruitment, entire 90 will be new recruitment. Right here 90. Okay. 90. Then there are separations of 30. Therefore entire joint will be replacement 30 here. 30 here. Closing balance is 45. Joined is 30. Okay, we'll do this later once we do the opening balance. Okay, for those three. Next, come to senior staff attorney. Senior staff attorney, closing is 12. Closing is 18. There are 6 in the opening. Therefore, joined is how much? Joined is how much?
12.
12. Right? 12. And obviously separations they have not given. So that is new recruitment. New recruitment. Next, senior records clerk. Closing is 51. Opening is 12. New joining is how much?
39.
39. And this entire 39 will be new recruitment. New recruitment. Litigation attorney is 0, 0. Right? 90 minus 90. This is also 0. 0. Artha. Next, they have given that the total of the beginning is 1158 in the question if you observe. Look at the question. They've given you total 1158 employees at the beginning. Clear all of you? And then they have told that the opening strength, right? Ratio of legal secretary, staff attorney, and associate attorney was in the ratio of 3 is to 3 is to 2. Clear all of you? Did you understand
Yes,
this?
sir.
Right? So balancing figure will be a total of these three. Right? So
Yes, sir.
1158 minus others. So 1158 ge draw two arrow marks. For this 1158, draw two arrow marks, all of you. For 1158, draw two arrow marks. Others is 1038. Add all these three. Add all the thing. 810 plus 120 plus 6 plus 12 plus 90 is 1038. Okay. Therefore, balancing figure legal secretary plus SA plus AA is how much?
120.
120. For this 120, draw three arrow marks. Draw three arrow marks. 3 is to 3 is to 2. Okay. Now tell me, that's the ratio given. Therefore, it is 45, 45, 30. 45, 45, 30. 45, 45, 30. Clear? Okay. Now, so now come back. So this is 45, right? 90 have joined. 45 is there is no separations. What is the closing balance? What is the closing balance?
134.
Add both. 135. Next. 45 is here. 30 is there. And 30 separations. Therefore, what is the closing balance?
45.
45. 45. Right? So you should have the totals now. You write down. It's already there. So you can just copy it down. Totals 1158, 1851. Then Ilena Tappide. New recruitment. Total who have joined is 30. Out of this, I think separations ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ associate attorney. Associate attorney transfer to subsidiary company is given. Associate company, can you see the screen?
Yes.
15 and 90, correct? That is given. Therefore, here you write 15. Then replacement is 15. Balance is new recruitment. Yes, balance is new recruitment. So total is 1158, 1851, 168, 86, 165, 315, and 2694. Aita, all of you done?
Yeah.
Yes. Now come to this. Here, look at this. So using that information, don't follow their method. Follow my method. Okay. Follow my method. Answer is important. So replacement is the number of employees replaced during the year. Total replacement, have we got 165?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Average number of employees on roll. Opening 1158. Closing, did we get 2694? Right? So we can calculate what is replacement method. Next, separations method. Number of separations, did we get 315?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 315 by 1926, 16.36%. Labor turnover under flux method, number of people who have joined. So you calculate again 1851, replacement and fresh recruit. Did we get this? 1851 and 315, 1926, therefore 112.46. Therefore, Mr. H is incorrect. Incorrect. Okay. So that's why I told you this is important, because if you have not solved this problem, you will not be able to do it in the examination. Okay. All right. ಆಯ್ತು, we'll conclude in some time, don't worry. So here let's go through this one. Okay, this is again very simple. There's nothing complicated here. Yes, Tommy HL pays the following to a skilled worker engaged in production work. The following are the employee benefits paid to employee. Basic salary per day is given, DA is given, house rental allowance, transport allowance, and overtime. Okay, overtime is twice the hourly rate. Considers basic and DA only if he works for more than 9 hours a day. Otherwise, no overtime allowance. If he works for more than 9 hours a day, then overtime is considered after the 8 hours. 8 hours. Clear, all of you? That is understood. Now, work of holiday and Sunday. Double of per day basic rate provided works at least 4 hours. NPDI type of problem, 4 hours though, right?
Yes,
Saturday,
sir.
4 hours though, the same thing. The holiday and basic is eligible for all allowances and statutory deductions. The earned leave and casual leave, these are paid leave. Employer's contribution to provident fund is 20%, 12% of basic and DA. Employer's contribution to pension fund is 7% of basic and DA. The company's normal working hours is 8 hours a day and 26 day in a month. The company provides 30 minutes lunch break in between. During the month of August 25, Mr. Sham works for 23 days, including 15th August and a Sunday, and applied for 3 days of casual leave. On 15th August and Sunday, he worked for 5 and 6 hours respectively without lunch break. On 5th and 13th August, he worked for 10 and 9 hours respectively. During the month, Mr. Sham worked for 100 hours on job number AB 100. Okay, you're required to calculate earnings per day, effective wages, and the wages to be charged to job number 100. Very easy problem. There's nothing complicated. It's simple, find simple problem to find out what is the rate per hour to be paid to. There's a wage rate to be paid to the employee. Question number 9 ala. Question number 9. Yeah. Look at this. Normal working hours in a month. Daily working hours is 8 hours minus 0.5. Okay. That is 7.5 hours into 26. 195 hours is the working hours. Did you understand? Excluding idle time. Next, hours worked by Mr. Sham. Number of normal days worked plus overtime plus holiday and Sunday that he has worked. Normal day, how normal days? 23 days, but that included Independence Day and something. Did you remember? All of it, are you able to? It included 15th August. So minus
Yes.
those 2 days, okay, into 7.5 hours. Then overtime, there were 2 days when he paid for when he worked for 9 hours and 8.5 hours, and then 5 hours and 6 hours. So when you add all of this, you get the total hours worked by Mr. Shah. Next, calculation of earnings per day. Basic salary 1000 into 26 days, because 26 days, because 3 days that is not work. See, 23 days is there, which includes 2 public holidays. Is it clear, all of you? For two
Yes,
public
sir.
holidays also he is paid. Then 3 days of casual leave. Casual leave is a paid leave. So entire 26 days he gets payment. Understood? Right? Then days and allowance is 20% of basic salary. House and rental allowance is given 16% of basic salary. Employer's contribution to provident fund 12% of B basic plus DA only. Then employer's contribution to pension fund 7% of basic plus DA only is added. Number of working days is 26. Therefore, rate per day is 1588 and transportation allowance per day is 50, total 1638. Artha ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next, calculation of effective wage rate per hour of Mr. Sham. You take this 26,000, then additional basic salary for your Sunday and holiday, 1,000 into 2 days he gets. That is the they've written no, even if he works for 5 or 6 hours, he gets paid. You clear all of you? That is 2,000. Then DNS allowance of 20% for basic salary 5,600, 33,600. House rent allowance 16% of basic salary. Transport allowance is added only for 23 days. Mark that important, not for 26. The number of days that is actually worked. For paid leave and all, you don't get transport allowance. Other mark it important. Mark this important. Next, overtime allowance, right? 2 hours is worked excess. So 160 into 2 into 2 hours. How does it come? It is calculated here. So basic plus DA is 1,000 plus 200 divided by 7.5 hours, that is 160 per hour. Okay. Employer's contribution to provident fund, then employer's contribution to pension fund, total monthly wages, hours worked by Sham 186.5, and then you get the hourly rate. That's it. So with that, we've completed material chapter and employee cost. In the next class, we'll be doing overheads, ABC, service costing, and margin costing. These are the things which is pending. Okay, that's it. Anybody, any doubts? If you have, you can ask, others you can conclude today's session. Clear? Okay, tired, I know. So take some rest, eat your dinner, and if you have some energy left, I would suggest revise little bit of material and labor. Okay, na? ಏನೇ ಭಾವನಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಓಕೆನಾ ಎಸ್ ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ at least 15-20 minutes so that whatever I have discussed now registers in your mind. Okay, thank you all of you, bye all of you. Yes, even I have had a very long day. Okay, na, even I have had a very long day. Okay, thank you everybody, bye all of you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.